welcome back to my channel. Let me catch my breath. That was a lot. Yes, that stunt was by me. No other redhead, just me. Let me see 1 second. Okay. Welcome back to my channel. Today we will be talking about and starting my first series of the channel called How To. And the first of the series is episode 1, self-love. Okay, let's get to it. First, let me talk about something real quick. So, I met this boo. Aww. He cute. He bought me flowers. I set it up nice and pretty. Let me show you. Yeah, got my setup going. Yeah, it's true. Also, I put some more. He got me more flowers, so I put some in here. Cause a hoe don't got a vase. And yeah, that's the truth. Anyways, let's get to it. I got a list. I don't know where to set up, but in the next frame you'll see me set up, ready, set. Okay, so number 1 is from my best friend, Jillian. Number 1 is saying a mantra to yourself. Let me look up the definition of mantra. It means a statement or slogan repeated frequently. And what is important for a mantra, if you put it into the universe, then it will come to you. The universe will give it to you. So if you haven't read or watched The Secret, it's like a whole psychology thing about how if you envision it and you have your mind set on it and you speak it to the universe and you only believe in it, then it will come to you. And I believe in that, because if you only put out good energy and positive thinking, then you will attract positive people, or you will get positive feedback or good things coming to you because you put out that energy, and so you attract that energy back. So if you put out a mantra every day, every morning to yourself, not for anybody else, personally for you, then you will increase your self-esteem and your self-love for yourself. I have not started it. My best friend, Jillian, that you see in the videos all the time, told me to. And I mean, ones that are just pop into my head is like looking at yourself in the mirror, you are so beautiful, or you're enough. Those are popular ones, and those don't speak to me, so I'm just waiting for the words to come to me, but I don't know. Moving on. Second one, don't overthink. This is a big thing for me because 2 years ago, I've been through therapy, and I told my therapist, or I think she was a psychiatrist, I don't know, but I told her about my overthinking and just talked about it more, and she actually told me a specific word that is what I do, and it's called hypervigilance. Let me look it up. Hypervigilance is an enhanced state of sensory sensitivity accompanied by an exaggerated intensity of behaviors whose purpose is to detect activity. And this comes with the anxiety disorder, PTSD, OCD, so stuff like that. I did not know that I had hypervigilance in me till she put the name. She told me a word to pinpoint it, because I thought everybody thought the way I thought. The way my thought process goes is usually, the only way I can explain it is when you're at your laptop and you have your mouse and you're at Google or something and you're at the refresh button, your mouse is at the refresh button, and you keep on clicking update, update, refresh, 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 refresh. That's how I feel every second when I'm in that hypervigilance zone. I'm refreshing and updating, making sure everybody is okay before I make sure I'm okay. Such as making sure that it's not too hot or cold, making sure that they have a blanket. If what they're thinking is about me, what am I doing that's making them upset? Why did they look at me that way? What did I do? Do I have to, is there something on me? Oh, I'm not pretty. They're looking at my thighs. Stuff like that, always. And that overthinking has been with me since elementary school, and it hasn't decreased until I started taking medication. And the medication that I take does not take it away completely. It takes it away partially, and I can control it. Now that I know what I have, I can identify it when it's happening and calm myself down and reassure myself nobody's just staring at me because they're planning something. So I thought I was schizophrenic because I was like, everybody's looking at me, they're like, something's going on, they're plotting against me. The Truman Show, I thought I was frickin' Truman because people would stare at me, and probably because I was looking panicky and was like, but anyways, don't overthink, because once you overthink, then you will act in a negative way that was never supposed to happen. A thing that is very common in society today is making decisions off of others' opinions. It annoys me very much that people only think about others' opinions before themselves. You should never be a follower. I look at people that are followers and that just don't have an opinion, and it makes me upset because they're not living for themselves, they're living for others. And then they're growing up with no opinion, and then they have a family and they have daughters and sons, and they don't teach them about being a leader and standing up for what they believe in because they've never done it before, so they can't teach their children what they don't know. I do cornrows in my hair, and I like it. I do it for me. I don't do it to get a compliment or to get guys to look at me. I like the way I feel when I put my hair a certain way, or I put on this shirt that I like, or these new shoes that I bought for myself with my own money. Next, I have, oh, Jillian's texting me. Follow your passion. And this fits perfectly after don't follow others. Because once you focus on yourself and you realize what you like and you follow into that crowd, then you're moving and working with others that have the same passion as you, and that's when it's okay to like the same things because you guys have the same thing in common. Passion is a big thing in my life. What gives my life purpose. I don't know what my passion is, but I'm working on it. I know what I like to do, and I know what I don't like to do. I like to make people laugh. I like to make people feel safe and comfortable. I don't like to see people upset. I like when things are fair. I like when there's justice. I don't like when you put others before you, when you think you're more superior than others. Everybody's the same. Next, the last thing that I can pinpoint is to not be afraid to speak out. It's important to stand up for when you see unfairness and it's hard to explain. I can feel a soul when it's hurting, and I like to protect them. It's not a tragedy, but it hurts, and I don't like that. How does this relate to self-love? Because you're practicing loving yourself and accepting and pursuing and promoting your voice. If you don't do that, how are you gonna vote? How are you gonna raise your hand in class? How are you gonna pitch an idea in a new job? It all forms together. If you don't speak out, then you're gonna be a timid little mouse. Even if you have an opinion and you don't say anything, people will read that as you don't matter. My camera kind of shut off there, so I don't know where it's cut. So I'm gonna just do a little overview. Self-love is very important. It's the most important thing. If you don't got it, then you can't love yourself. Quoting RuPaul, if you can't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here? Amen. Anyways, self-love is very important. It's not a joke. Please take it seriously. Promote self-love to others. Promote self-love to yourself. It's very important. I cannot stress it enough. If you don't have it, then you cannot go on. If you don't have it, then you can't go on with your life. I don't care what you say. If you don't love yourself, you're not going to treat yourself right, okay? Next segment, I would like to review a self-love song that was recently released. It is by Ariana Grande, and it is called Thank You Next. So let's review. Okay, first thing, talked about her most famous exes that were in her life for the past few years. She talks about them in positive ways, even though they were heartbreaks or hard things that happened in her life. So let's see what goes on next.
One taught me love, one taught me patience, and one taught me pain. Now I'm so amazing.
One taught me love, one taught me pain, one taught me patience. Love can kill you if it's with the wrong person. And I know. You can be trapped in yourself trying to figure out why don't they do this? Why don't they do that? I love them and I want to do everything for them. So why can't they just do this for me? And that's messed up. Patience. That is another thing. Patience is hard, man. I'm impatient. I grind my teeth, and when I'm not walking fast enough because there's people in front of me, I clench my fists, and I'm always bouncing my foot, my knee, and I'm always moving my hands. When I sleep, I always move my feet. I am impatient always, but it's important to be patient. I do breathing exercises. I communicate my feelings with others about how I'm feeling in that moment. So yeah, one taught me love, one taught me patience, one taught me pain. Yeah, I got a few of those. That's the heartbreak. You can't blame yourself for a heartbreak because you can't. Again, it always goes back to self-love. That's why I brought this thing up. If you don't love yourself, then you are impaired to love somebody else. It just can't work. My first love, he didn't love himself. I was draining my energy to make him love himself. But the only one that can make anybody love yourself is you. You can have so many guys or girls, anybody, say you're beautiful. But until you tell yourself that you are beautiful, you cannot be in a relationship. Of course you can. Yes, you can. But it's not going to be a healthy one. Let's continue.
Look what you taught me, and for that I say thank you.
obviously I've heard this song before multiple times. It's been released for a while. My one relationship that I had, I just lost feelings. I outgrew the person. The person did nothing, but I outgrew the person. I am in a constant growing stage. Not physically, but mentally. Thank you, next. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for appreciating my time. Thank you for loving me. But it's that time frame where we started out great, we had a relationship, and now I'm ready to end it. And not be in another relationship, but to be in a relationship with myself. And we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But I'm saying it's that time where I feel like I don't need you anymore, and that I got this for myself, and I don't feel like I want somebody right now. And that's it. Thank you. Next. Not like, next guy, next dick I'm gonna. No. No. Thank you. Next opportunity. Next job. Next passion. There's more. Do not settle. You are enough. But he is not enough if you think that there's more. I try to settle. I try and make the guy my special guy, but it never works because I have high expectations for myself. And if you don't have high expectations for yourself, and you do not deliver them for yourself, and you do not have respect for yourself and self-love for yourself, then I don't want you, fool. Shit. Let's continue.
I'm with my friends. I ain't worried about nothing. Plus I'm with someone else. We having better discussions. I know they say I move on too fast, but this one gon' last.
My favorite part.
'Cause her name is Ari, and I'm so good with that.
Now she talking about self-love, bitch! Okay, now we get into the juicy shits.
Plus, I met someone else and we having better discussion. You gotta talk to yourself. I'm not saying physically talk to yourself, but I have thoughts that evolve, and you have to question yourself. You have to question to your beliefs and make sure that, yes, this is what I believe. Yes, this is what I want in life. Plus, I met someone else and we having better discussion. I know people say I move on too fast, but this one gon' last because her name was Ari, and I'm so good with that. She's focusing on a relationship with herself. She's focusing on her self-love, self-acceptance, body positivity, all of that. Good. And that's what I love. That's why I was like, yes, this song. First time I was listening to it, I was like, oh, juicy shit. Oh.
She talking about herself, y'all. She talking about herself.
And that made me really happy. Because you don't need that person in your life. You don't need that for you to love yourself. You need to love yourself on your own. Okay? And once you have that, then you can have that special partner that pushes you to further grow and make opportunities happen and make things happen in your life that you don't usually do, and that you want to experience and share your life with somebody that is loving correctly. And that's the song.
Now I would like to do a little fashion show because on Black Friday I did a little shopping for a future date night with my new boo, because I felt like I am maturing and I am becoming a new person, so I wanted an outfit to reflect that, because I am done with these high school dresses and little frou-frou things. I'm ready for some big girl heels and all this and that, so I went to the store and my girl hooked me up. Okay, let's do this.
Okay, so I got the outfit on. This is it. It shows off my curves correctly. And these shoes are popping down. And they comfortable. Look, I can walk. Hey. Thank you for watching. I hope you like my outfit. Like and subscribe. Put the notification things on. Self-love. Love yourself. Woo! Thank you.
Bye.